In this question, you've been given a table of values that gives you information about f, f prime, and f double prime, and you've been asked to determine when g has a relative maximum or minimum, and g is defined as you see here. And so at the very beginning of our module, we talked about we could decide where something has a max or min when its derivative, g prime, changed from positive to negative. That would be a max. And when g prime changed from negative to positive, that would be a relative min. And so we need g prime, so we need to take the derivative of g. So we'll take the derivative of this integral, and we'll see that g prime of x is really f of x. And f of x is the top line in this table. So that means we are looking for the derivative to change from positive to a negative. Let's see where that happens. Here I go from positive to positive, so that's not a max. But at x equals 3, I change from positive to negative. So that means at x equals 3, we have a relative max. Now we're going to look to see where g prime changes from negative to positive, if that happens anywhere. So sure enough, at x equals 1, my f, which is really g prime, again, it's important to realize that this is g prime that we're looking at. We're going from negative to positive. So that would make a relative min at x equals 1. And so that's what we should look for. That's how, and so they've said, make sure to justify your answer. So we're going to say at x equals 3, we have a relative max because g prime of x, which equals f of x. And that's a key statement to make. You can't talk about g without equating it to f of x, because f is the only thing that was given in the original problem. So you'd need to equate those two things. Then you could say because g prime equals f of x changes from positive to negative at x equals 3. And of course at x equals 1, we would have a relative min. Reason would be because g prime of x, we've already equated these together, so we probably wouldn't need to say it again, but I'm going to just to be safe. It doesn't take that long. Because g prime, which equals f of x, changes from negative to positive at that x equals 1.